fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off, we had Izuku Midoriya. He was seriously injured in the last part, or 2 parts ago. And right now, everybody is currently trying to come up with ideas as to how to take down Emperor Morse. Now, with that being said, along with that, somewhere around the middle of the night, Midoriya's children snuck into the hyperbolic time chamber. Unbeknownst to Midoriya or anyone else. Now, let us currently pick up inside of a room in the lookout. Let's say the kitchen. As Midoriya is standing there, with his wounds still somewhat healed, as he's working on picking up a glass of water and trying to get used to moving his left side instead of his right, as everyone is currently talking about the current situation, along with Vados standing there. As you also do have the Supreme Kai and Elder Kai. Vados using her staff to maintain contact with them. Everyone's spitballing massive ideas. Now, we do have Mona, who is actually talking about how she might be able to take down Morse, especially if he is still reforming. An idea she does have is luring him to her home planet. He would one day find it anyways, and it's only a matter of time. Her people knew that. However, if the magic is able to be sustained on the planet, and his key signature does just drop off, then he would basically be human, or defenseless. Now, Vados does actually state that that is only an if, and to keep in mind Midoriya's presence on her planet. Whenever he was powering up, he almost completely destroyed their cloaking system. And it actually did take a few hours before it was fully restored to working condition. Explaining that if Morse gets on the planet, if he somehow does break their system or use his power, then that means that he might have access to his own key. And what about the rest of them? They might as well be humans, standing in front of a god. Now, with that being said, Elder Kai does also bring with the idea, or the simple warning, that if he does know that you are defenseless completely, he might absorb you. Midoriya actually looking up, and asking about that, as he does go to throw his hand out to reach for the glass, it being knocked over, before Midoriya smashes it with his left hand. Now, everyone turns to look at him, as he actually does look back up. Sorry. You said absorb, Kai? It's Elder Kai, but sure. Yes, I did. If he manages to absorb any of you, we do not know what would happen. Especially with his power already the way it is. He might even one day rival Beerus. That explains that feeling. What are you talking about, young man? Well, Kai, it's just that Whenever I first encountered him, every time I encounter him actually, there's this strange feeling. It's like something screaming out for help. Hmm? Yeah, now that you mention it, I did notice that too. He just feels creepy, right? Nothing settles right with me about that guy. Now, with that being said, they are actually informed of a small story about Majin Buu. There once was a wizard who he created Majin Buu because he wanted to rule the universe. And one day he attacked the wrong planet. After that did happen, Majin Buu never was the same. He doesn't know exactly what was there, especially on Planet Plant. It could be a whole host of things. So, it may be. He does not know. Whatever is going on with him, he might be crazy. But they do need to still take precautions. If they do get absorbed by him, they should be careful. In fact, would that work? What are you talking about, Kai? Well, it's just a theory. I think I believe I know where you were going with this, Kai. Vados interjecting, stating that he might be thinking about jumping inside, going inside Majin Buu's body, being absorbed. Everyone's staring at her somewhat shocked, as she does continue stating, if they manage to jump inside of his body, they might be able to take him out, destroy everything inside of him, and most likely vastly weaken his own power. If they manage to do that, then nobody really knows what would happen. Then there's the fact that if they can simply just make him weaker, it would also help them vastly. Now, with all of that being said, they do toy around with this idea for a little bit of time, and the amount of risk involved does not really seem to be worth it. Midoriya asking Vados about ways to get stronger in a short amount of time, bringing up the idea of the ultimate form, which Midoriya doesn't really want to use. Talking about how it would take days just for him to achieve that power. Even then, the Emperor would already be back to rampaging again. Now, not a lot of ideas can be thrown around here. However, Vados has actually just suggest one that Midoriya, he has actually been thinking about and toying around with inside of his head. Ultra Instinct. Vados bring this up, that if Midoriya does master Ultra Instinct and fight against Morse, then they may be provided with a better chance of survival. Even then, if they were to formulate these plans together, they might be able to take out the best parts, and hopefully achieve their own goal. Now, with that being said, you do also have Mona, who is actually thinking about a lot of things. Majin Buu has the ability to absorb, and this does seem to be quite powerful. She might have to go back to her own planet and look over some things. Creation. Creating a being that will destroy or serve you. This sounds familiar. Okay, I think I might know something. Now, meanwhile, her two halves are discussing it in her head. Does she really think that that would be a good idea? Well, I don't know. I think our body would be able to handle it. Handle it? Are you serious? only half of your body is yours. The other half is mine. Well, yeah, but still. We are able to use my own magic in this form. We're also able to use your Super Saiyan. Fair point. But we should actually make sure about it, though, with everyone. What do you mean? Well, I mean with everyone. If we're able to do this properly, then we won't need to talk to everyone. We'll be able to take down the Emperor and help everyone out. Besides, look at Midoriya. Now, this is whenever the right eye on Mona actually does somewhat shift. And they actually do see Midoriya standing there still frustrated, as he has his eyes closed, trying to think. Now, this is whenever he actually does go to leave the room. And he does actually head out. Now, Midoriya is fully healed, with a good Zenkai boost on top of that. And we actually do have Mona who does step out after him, trying to learn where he is going. Now, Midoriya does want to go face off against Morse once more. And he wants to try using the Super Saiyan power that he has discovered. The legendary form. If he was almost on par with him before, he might be able to overpower him now, especially with the massive boost in strength he has received. Now, Mona does doubt Midoriya, but she also does believe that there might be a chance. That form of Super Saiyan has never been seen before. Whatever that level is, whatever it requires, he might be good. Damn it. Now, they do at least talk with Midoriya and convince him to stay at the lookout for a little while longer. Morse still has not fully regenerated, and they should at least still have a few hours. Now, this is quite interesting, as she also does bring up the idea that if they need to, they can probably find another abandoned planet, or possibly even something at least with a core, like a moon. Stating that they can even try a black hole, whatever they can use to either kill him or buy time. Whatever it is, they can use it. Now, Mona sounds completely desperate to try a plan to stop Midoriya from leaving. Now, Midoriya actually does bring up his left arm and wrap it around her, stating that it's still weird to him. These feelings. She says, actually pushing herself into his chest. Ask him what does he mean. Being a Saiyan. I want to abandon all reason and fight. But at the same time, this guy's making me think. He's actually in my head. Those people he has. I don't know. I kill or destroy them. I don't know what to say. If I can successfully take him out, then I think that there might be a chance. But what about Ultra Instinct? Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Damn it. But even then, there's the Countless. I'm starting to think we might be a bit beyond the Dragon Balls. Now, she tries to assure Midoriya not to worry. That they still do have Nameks, right? Yeah, but we've been using them a lot. I don't think this is a problem we can just solve like that. Now, Midoriya does stay at the lookout. And he begins to think about it. he might need to head back in the chamber for another year. There's still plenty of food left inside. So let's see. If I were to go in there, I can... No, I couldn't master Super Saiyan 3 within a year. I don't think that's possible. This Uzaru Super Saiyan? No. I don't think that I could master it either. If I'm completely out of my mind, that might be a last resort. I might have to ease myself into that. Even then, I'm still trying to manage with Uzaru. Damn it. Now, Midoriya does actually begin to walk back inside. And he actually does ask Vados a question. Her actually a bit more puzzled by this. Midoriya asking Vados if she thinks it would be a good idea for him to try and train in the time chamber, trying to master Super Saiyan 3 and fight with it. Or should he try and learn a bit more about this berserker rage? He does want to hear what she thinks about this. Well, Midoriya, that is an interesting question. With your power, she says, and she actually does bring up what happened to Midoriya, replaying the events on her staff. And Midoriya actually does look at this, watching as he does fall onto his knees and go to grab at his head. Midoriya watching his pupils disappear before he bursts into Super Saiyan, and he does begin to somewhat grow in muscle a little bit. Now, she goes on explaining to Midoriya that this transformation, Midoriya does remember it, yes? No. Everything went blank after I fell onto my knees. I see. Well, he was able to vastly defeat you like this. In fact, I believe that your power like this was phenomenal. In fact, I want to say as your Ozaru form, or I guess you can call it the double form, you were able to combine two multipliers. However, it does not make sense. You were twice as strong than my predictions. And I felt like I was far off. Is this the legendary Super Saiyan God power? Her actually going to cover her mouth for a second. She did not mean to say that out loud. Super Saiyan God? Yes. Sorry, I thought that slipped out. Her looking at Midoriya with a bit of a smile. Midoriya asking a question about that. He's a Super Saiyan. And he's heard that before. What does she mean Super Saiyan God? Momo's the descendant of it. Does she know about that? Well, no. I'm just saying. This form, I thought it to be the legendary form, well, of the Saiyans. I have heard rumors of it myself. I began to look into it while you were training as a child, especially after you met the Saiyan princess, or your wife. And it is written down in the Namekian Book of Legend. Wait, that doesn't sound right. What do you mean? When I was on Namek, they would have told me about that. Ah, I see. Well, technically you were trying to control an unknown power at the time. So they may have thought it was best to hide this power from you. Since you were still fragile, would be the best way to say. But if you do want to look into this legend yourself, I may suggest a trip to Namek. Now, Midoriya does find this to be quite interesting. as he actually does decide to head out. As soon as he does go to leave, you have Mona who asks him what he's doing. And Midoriya, he simply just pulls her in close with his left arm and gives her a deep and passionate kiss before simply just pulling away, smiling, stating that he's going to go look for a god as he disappears. Now, that left both of them speechless. Now, they actually do decide to head out. They want to see what's going back down on Earth. However, Earth can be second priority right now. Let's see. Her actually bring up her fingers and disappearing. Now then, she uses instant transmission and a mix of magic to get to her own planet. She's not logging onto key signatures, she's logging onto magical signatures, or a certain aura around the magic of her planet. Now then, she does begin to put her own plan into place. While Midoriya, he's putting his own into place as well. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. I will catch you guys in the next part.